Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be sharing with you two brand new palettes from Revolution. The first is the Revolution Shook highlighter palette and it looks like this. Now it really does remind me of Art Deco. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the way it catches the light. Yeah, I just love the packaging. I love anything black. I'm obsessed with the colour black. It's one of my favourite colours and I just love anything that also catches the light. So not only am I obsessed with the colour black, but I'm also obsessed with things like glass and anything that just catches the light and glistens. I'm obsessed. So this is just beautiful. Also, I love the way that it rises. It's a shaped palette. So it's something different, isn't it? On the back, you have obviously the brand name, the name of the palette, Shook. You have the ingredients. Now you're getting a net weight of 6 pans here at 0.24 ounces or 7.00 gram of product. Okay, and it is cruelty free and vegan. Now you get a little bit of a description there, or a little bit of a picture there, giving you an indication of the shapes of the palette here. So not only is the outer packaging totally different, I really like that. And I believe this palette, now this obviously was sent to me, both of these were sent to me by the lovely PR team from Revolution, or at Revolution. But yeah, I believe this was £10 reduced to 8 at the moment, and like an introductory offer. So it's also a tin. It reminds me of the Obsession range that they launched the beginning of last year. So it's that kind of tin type of, you know, that kind of thing. Just a little peek there. Okay, when you open it up, there's a mirror. You see that, a huge mirror, and of course it's not broken or anything. I just haven't taken the plastic film off, or the sheet of film. And then these are the highlighters. Now, funny enough, I'm really getting into highlighters in a big way, but what I don't want is anything glittery. I don't like glittery highlights. As you all know, I like highlights that melt into the skin, so I look, I suppose, like I'm glowing from within, but I don't like a really thick line of glitter on my cheek. It's just not for me. You know, obviously we all like different things. So I'm looking for that kind of highlight here. So I'm really intrigued by this. And what I really like is the fact that you have, so you've got like a golden champagne, you've got like a peachy, I don't know, peachy champagne, a pink, you've got a really, really light icy highlight. You've got a deeper like peachy champagne, and then you have an even deeper highlight there, but it's still got a little bit of a rusty, or yeah, a rust pink hue to it, that one. I love the shades in here. They are also numbered on the back, but of course I'll be pointing to each one. What I think I'll do with this is now swatch it for you, and then we'll get into the next palette. So let's swatch all of these. Ooh, well, they feel very soft, very buttery, and wow. Okay. Absolutely beautiful. They feel so soft. Oh, love that. Gorgeous. Oh. I'm not 100% with these icy highlights. I prefer, you know, a warmer highlight myself, but I'm obsessed with an inner corner highlight. So that icier shade would work very well on the inner corner. So that's the first, it was like a deeper golden champagne. You've got that first peachy kind of champagne, like a peach, I suppose. Then you've got the pink, you've got that icy, very light highlight. I mean, obviously it just depends on your skin tone as well, doesn't it? The deeper peach, and then you've got that like rust pink shade there. What I really like with these is, now obviously with a highlight palette, like I said, it just depends on what your skin tone is, obviously. To be honest, I could wear any of these because I just try and make it work. I prefer a deeper highlight, so the light version is not for me, and that's only because, you know, I like a warmer highlight, but I could use that for the inner corner, and that's what I really like about this palette. So even though, yes, there might be a shade or two that, you know, I wouldn't wear, I might not be able to get away with that one, but could use it as a blush topper. And I think with makeup these days, there are no rules. So I look at this palette and I'm thinking, you know, I could actually make all of these shades work. What I'm not thinking is, you know, I can use 2 or 3. I can use all of these, and if there's 1 or 2 that, you know, I don't want to wear on the cheek or perhaps wouldn't suit my skin tone, I can use it on the eyes. So there's always options with makeup, and I really, really like that. So that's the first palette. Obviously I'm not going to try it on just yet because I want to get into the next one. So the next one is the eyeshadow palette, and it looks like this. So I'll just put both of them together. So there's the highlight, there's the eyeshadow. Again, really love the decoration on the front. I just love it. It's so art deco. It's beautiful. Again, I really like it because it's black. I'm obsessed with the colour. And then on the back, the same kind of information, logo of the brand, you know, the name of the palette, Shook, obviously. These are, again, cruelty-free and vegan. Now you're getting in here, it says 6 pans at 0.05 ounces, or 1.4 gram of product, and then you're getting 30 pans at 0.02 ounces, which is 0.6 gram of product. So let's have a look inside and see what we've got. So again, we've got a huge mirror. Really like that. Again, I've still got the plastic on it. Really like that the lid goes back as well with this one. Again, it's metal. Let me just show you that first before I'm getting ahead of myself here. So we've got a tin again. So again, it very much reminds me of some of the palettes. I think the eyeshadow palette that's no longer available from Obsession, and the highlight palette, which I loved. From Obsession, but I think they had the marble effect on those. This is obviously black, but yeah, it's that kind of feel. Really, really love it. And then here is the palette itself. So this is why you've got 6 pans at, you know, a different size, because you've got 6 larger transitional shades. Really love that, because we all know that we use those the most. And then we have 30 smaller pans, so you've got 36 shades here. That is amazing. I think the palette retailed originally for £15, but it's actually introductory price is 10. That's right, yeah. Obviously these were sent to me by the Revolution team, so I had to think there. Okay, really, really love this. Really love the shade range in here. You have got, I mean, the shades in here are just beautiful. I know a lot of you really love pops of greens, and you've got it in this one. So you've got that one there, you've got that turquoise shade there as well, but there's some oranges in here, and it also looks like you've got different formulas. So I can see some glitters, I can see so not just glitters, but there are mattes as well, and then you've got shimmers too. So yeah, really, really love, oh, I just love it. And also I really like the fact that they've got some cooler neutrals in here, plus some warms, of course, I'm obsessed with, but you've got some rosy tones. You have basically got it all, and you've got a yellow here, I can see here, a gold, you've got peach, you've got a purpley plum, like an indigo, I think, that one. Just beautiful to start with, just beautiful. And I haven't even looked at any of them and swatched any of them, you know. But I really like the fact that the larger pans, I mean, I love that with the Imagination palette, because you know, we all know that we use those matte transitional shades a lot more. They're what we, you know, lay down first. So really love that, and you've got a lot to choose from there. And if there isn't a shade there, or you know, you need something more, you've of course got it here. So let's do a little bit of a swatchy and see what we've got here. Oh my goodness, I really love Rebel. I'm gonna have to move around here because I've already obviously got swatches on. So Rebel, oh, that looks beautiful. I'm not going to swatch every single one, but I'll give you a good indication of how they swatch. And I'll do, I think, 3. Oh, Chemistry is calling my name. Oh, yeah, I'm loving Chemistry. That is beautiful. Oh, I think I'm going to do 4 or 5. I'm not going to stick to my usual 3. I just can't. There's too many shades here. So that one is Feature. That is gorgeous. Let's do Leaf It Out. I love that. That's that green. Oh, yes. I love it. Oh, that reminds me of... it reminds me of another shadow, but I can't think what it is. But it's like a deeper undertone, and then it's got this beautiful bright green coming through in the sheen. Oh, absolutely stunning. Yes, I'm going to do Aquatic, which is that. Yeah, that is bright. Okay. Oh, those are gorgeous. So I think I'm going to leave it there. So we've got 5 shimmers. Now I'm going to do a few mattes. I'll do Ambition, which is like a... Oh, yes. Ambition, so that's our first matte. So that's like a transitional shade, quite similar to Sidetracked, which is one of the larger pans, but it's not quite as orangey as that. Really love that. Date, I'm going to do the smaller pans, keep to those, I think. Oh, yeah, love that. Date, oh, I love those 2 together. Gorgeous. Okay, No Rush. We're going lighter. Oh, but I really love that. Oh, yeah. No Rush. Again, would work perfectly with that one. Gorgeous. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Trouble. Oh, that is gorgeous. Trouble. Oh. And I love how all of the shades work together. You know, oh, I'm going to have to do this one. Shucks. Oh, just fitted that there. So that Shucks. Let me just pop the... In fact, I'll just get closer and then give you a close-up of the swatches. So we've got 5 shimmers, 5 mattes, and then we've obviously got the highlights there. So... Let's get into the tutorial. Oh, this palette is just outstanding. I don't think the pictures do this palette justice at all, because there are so many shades in here that I love. I wish I'd have swatched Vibe now. Oh my goodness, and Lust. Anyway, there are just so many. I could have gone on. So I'm going to start off with the 251 Eye and Crease Contour Brush. It's just a very fluffy brush from Primark. Again, it's that trio. Oh, now that is pigmented. Wow. And also, if you're thinking, you know, it's got large pans in here, it's also got, you know, very small pans. This big fluffy brush fitted perfectly into there, no problem at all. And there's no mess around the outside. So as always, I've got my mirror here. Let me just see if I can get closer. But I've got this palette on my lap again. So I'm just going to move my mirror. There we go. And off we go. So I've already added the eye elements from Revolution Pro and obviously set my base as well. Oh, that is gorgeous. It's one of those brown shades, but it's also got a pink undertone. Now, I have been out and about today, hence why I've got a little bit of eyeliner and mascara on as well. Had to pick up a few bits from Superdrug, but obviously I won't say any more about that. Oh, I love that. There's a tiny little bit of fallout, which, you know, I've come to expect now from Revolution eyeshadows, but nothing major. It just tells me that they are I'm talking about the matte at the moment, obviously, but it just tells me that it's their same formula that I absolutely love from this brand. Oh, that colour! And it just goes on perfectly. Now, obviously, I always build mine up a little bit just because I like a lot of depth, even in the transitional shade, because well, it just suits my eye. Oh, I love that. Now, of course, I'm going to swap brushes, going into the same shade, No Rush. The brush I'm using now is, of course, the Eye Contour brush from Primark. It is just £1, and I'm just going to run that beautiful shade underneath my eye. That would be a look all on its own. I wouldn't even need anything else. It's such a gorgeous colour that, you know, it just looks gorgeous. Obviously, I've got, you know, like I said, I've got, I'm going in the wrong place now, I'm getting excited. You know, I've got eyeliner and a little bit of mascara on just because I've been out and about today. That shade I need in a huge pan. I need a bucket full of No Rush. Right, what am I going to go into next? I'm spoilt for choice here, aren't I? I think I might go into Shucks, which is, which one was it? Was Shucks? That was the last one, wasn't it? So that one there. I'm trying to be a contortionist as well. Okay, so same brush, going in with Shucks, and we're now going to start deepening up that crease. Oh, so soft. Oh, that Shucks is exactly the same kind of undertone but a little bit deeper, so it works beautifully with that colour. Oh, I love that. You know when it's a good palette when you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, I need that. I need to do a look with that colour, or those two colours together would, you know, be beautiful. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm thinking to myself, wow, that I want that colour and I want that colour together. You know, I want that. Oh, I'm just obsessed. I've got black here, but I've not, I think it's from the mascara, because obviously I'm rubbing my eye. Oh, I'm obsessed with mauvey pink tones. This isn't that deep a colour actually. I'm going to deepen it up even more, but because you can build it up so well, you can get, you know, variation of depths out of it. Oh, I am loving it. This is perfect. I haven't even gone into the transitional shades at the top. I've just gone straight into the, you know, the bottom ones because I really wanted the pinks. So obviously you don't have to stick to the larger pans as your transitions. You can go into whatever you like. Right, I'm going into now, was it Lust? No, it was Date, wasn't it, that I went into? Yeah, I'll use that. So Date was this one here. It's like a very deep red brown. So I'm going to use that there in the crease. I'm going to say now, if you, like me, love those rosy toned browns, you need to get this palette. If you like your neutrals with a pop of colour, you need to get this palette. Oh. This is, oh my goodness. I was so excited in the unboxing haul, and I'll link that down below, where Revolution, well, the kind, lovely Revolution team sent me a beautiful big box of products, and when I say big, it took me by surprise how much they sent me, what they sent me, and I've got new products to share with you out of that, which I couldn't share with you in that haul. But yeah, I really love it. I've still got black on there. Well, it must be from the mascara, because my mascara is a little bit dry now. I'm going back into No Rush, just on this side. I must admit, and my husband also said this to me as well, because he said, you know, I haven't been excited about makeup in a while, and he said, you're now starting to get excited about makeup again. And I said, yes, I think since Christmas, and I do think Christmas is a funny time of year anyway. I'm just going to run that under the eye as well. You know, there wasn't anything in between Christmas and just recently. There wasn't anything outstanding that I got really excited about, but I think we're out of that Christmas slump, and there's so many new amazing products being launched that, yeah, and especially with Revolution, obviously you all know I love Revolution. I'm obsessed with the brand, and I think in particular they've evolved as a brand, and their products just keep getting better and better. And you would have seen in that PR haul video how it took me by surprise, but also took my breath away at how kind they were and generous. And these two products actually were some of the products that they sent me. Now I'm thinking, am I going to go very rosy? I really like Rebel, but then I'm obsessed with Chemistry, which is those two. I think I'm going to put Rebel on the lid. I really like it when you can put these colours in the crease and then put a very similar colour on the lid, but it's obviously got a sheen. That is just gorgeous, because it's like a pink, like a fuchsia pink. Gorgeous. So yep, I'm now getting excited about makeup again. And I think actually every year January is always a little bit of a difficult month, isn't it? We've been building up to Christmas. I know we're in February now, but January I feel is always a difficult month for makeup. I'm just going to get a wipe to clean my finger. I'm loving that. I'm in a very much pink mood. You can tell by what I've got on my lips. I'm wearing actually the new Revolution matte lip in the shade Ballerina, which I am obsessed with. I think I'm going to have to pick up a backup of that. In fact, actually, the eye look, I didn't even realise, matches beautifully. Okay, now going into Chemistry, which is, of course, that beautiful peach shade. Works beautifully with a brush. Nearly went into a different shade. Love that. Now, yeah, a lot of the time I really like a really icy inner corner highlight, but I also like an inner corner highlight that's a little bit unusual as well. So that is complementing the look very, very well. The eyeshadows are so soft and buttery and just beautiful, beautiful formula. Stunning. That is gorgeous. Okay, so that is my eye look so far. Let me just pop that down. I'm going to put a little bit more eyeliner on. Now, as always, I am using the ever smaller Revolution HD Smoky Waterproof Liner. You can see I've got a little bit on there, but not too much. There we go. And then I'm going to pop on a little bit more, not too much, of the, of course, get it the right way around, the Mascara Revolution. Not too much because I've already got some on. Perfect. So that is the eye look. Oh, loving it, absolutely loving it. Of course, I will give you my review at the end. Now, we haven't finished, have we? Because I'm moving on to the highlighter palette, the Shook highlighter palette. And I think I'm going to have to go pink, aren't I? So as always, I'm going to be using the Flex brush. It's a double-ended brush, of course. I'm not even sure if this is available anymore. If it is, you may want to get your hands on it. It's a beautiful brush. I used to use the Morphe brush, but actually ever since I found this one, this is the only one I use because it's so beautiful for highlight. So of course, I'm going into the pink. Had to be. Love it. And it is beautiful. You don't need too much on, but it is a gorgeous highlight. Oh, love it. Okay, now of course the other side, and you probably won't see this as well just because I'm quite glowy today. We are having unprecedented warm weather here in the UK. It is like the middle of, I would say, spring going into summer here, and we're only in February. This time last year we had snow at this time. Oh, love that. I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead. I mean, I'm glowy enough as it is anyway. A little bit on the nose. Let's go all out. There we go. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so that is my makeup look featuring the new beautiful eyeshadow palette, Shook eyeshadow palette, and I am shook. It is beautiful. I'm shook by the packaging, shook by the eyeshadows, and of course I have just applied that highlight. Ooh. And again, I'm shook. Absolutely beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is just give you a little bit of a review. You probably know what I'm going to say, but I'll just go into it anyway. First of all, love the packaging. The packaging is outstanding. To me, I love a tin because you can wipe it down. I think a lot of these eyeshadow palettes, especially the higher end ones that I've used and purchased, actually I don't have any anymore, but they seem to be getting more and more where you can't clean them, and this you can wipe it down. Even on the inside, you can wipe this down. It's all plastic. I really love the fact that you've got the names underneath each pan. I really love the fact that you've got the larger transitional shades, although I didn't use them. I went straight in with those pink tones, which is what I absolutely love. So yeah, I would certainly say that that palette is worth £15, and to be able to get it for £10 at the introductory price is just outstanding. So that is definitely a 5 out of 5 for me. Love it. Now, I'm new to highlight, and I'm not new to highlight as in, you know, I'm new to the actual product, but I'm new to loving it again. I went through a real slump with highlight and really not liking it, but actually at the moment I'm obsessed. I mean, recently I actually had it all over my face. And today I've applied it near enough all over. I've got it on my nose, my forehead and my cheek. And obviously I've got a few fine lines and I've got a few pores, and I think, you know, I'm going to just put it wherever I want, and that's what I've done. So I've put it everywhere, and to be honest, I love it. Like I say, I'm not a big fan of glitter. This is not glitter. You can see it's given me that glow, it's given me that sheen. Obviously, if you want it even more intense, you can build it up. But for me, this is enough. It's just given me enough, I suppose, to give me that glow, that dewiness that we want. I mean, we're now going into spring. I mean, we're, you know, in the UK here, we are having spring to summer temperatures. So yeah, I'm obsessed with that. Really, really pleased that there's no glitter in it and that it is giving me that beautiful glow. So yeah, I would say 5 out of 5 for the eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to have to say 5 out of 5 for the highlighter as well, because I cannot fault either of them. The shades for the highlight is beautiful. You've really got a mix. You're going from light, you know, to medium, and then obviously a deeper shade as well. So I think there is something for everyone in there. And then you've got those eyeshadows. Obviously I've only done 5 of each, 5 shimmers, 5 mattes. You know, just whatever shade really caught my eye and took my fancy. But I knew that I was going pink today because, where is it? Have I got it in here? Or yes, I have. Of course, I was wearing the Revolution matte lip in Ballerina. I have had this on all morning. I've rushed down to Superdrug, I've rushed back, I've had to sort out the puppy. I've actually had to give him a bath. He had a little bit of an accident, and I've had to give him a bath. So all of that, I've not touched up my foundation, which is the new powder foundation. Yes, I'm looking a little bit glowy because obviously I've got that highlight on and it is quite warm here. But I'm really loving Revolution's makeup at the moment. It is, well, I mean, obviously I never went out of love with it because I'm obsessed with the brand, but I'm just in love with the new products, and that powder foundation, obsessed. If you had seen my PR haul, I will share that with you again, like I said, down below. I've got more shades of that to share with you, and I'm so pleased the team sent me more, because I am putting that everywhere, even though I've also got the Conceal and Define on today. So all my face today is Revolution. Oh, I'm just obsessed. Of course, I would love to hear your thoughts on the eye look. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous, isn't it? If you love, like I say, those mauvey tones, those pink tones, I mean, basically there's something for everybody in there. So whatever you like, I would get that palette at that discounted price as soon as you can. But I'm loving the eye look. Oh, and I'm obsessed with that highlight. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you picked this up? What are you thinking to it? What are you thinking to the packaging? What are you thinking to my eye look? What are you thinking to the sheen? And of course, if you are brand new to my channel, if you've just stumbled across my channel because you were looking for that Shook, for the Shook palettes, then I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. But as always, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.